I'd only been living in Evergreen Hollow for, what, 6 days? I hadn't even finished unpacking the garage yet. Thought I'd moved into a quiet, tidy suburb with pastel shutters, overpriced lawn ornaments, and block parties that ran on lemonade and strict HOA rules. Honestly, that was part of the appeal. After 20 years working downtown homicide, I wanted peace. A fresh start. A safe place where my daughter could visit on weekends without sirens blaring in the background. That's why it threw me when I stepped out onto my porch that Tuesday morning. Coffee still steaming in one hand, garage boxes half open behind me, and realized the package that had been confirmed delivered 20 minutes ago was gone. No wind, no note, no package. Just my porch, empty. Now normally, I wouldn't blink twice at a missed delivery. Mistakes happen. But I've learned to trust my gut, and something about that porch didn't sit right. So I pulled up the delivery app, and there it was, a photo of my package, sitting snug on my welcome mat at 9:47 a.m., exactly as expected. That package contained my new department-issued uniform, my official ID badge, my credentials, and my new badge, Detective Marcus Chun, number 4739, Metro Police. I scrolled to the next app, my doorbell cam. The footage loaded, and what I saw made my jaw set like concrete. 9:47 a.m., driver drops the package, snaps the pic. 9:49 a.m., across the street, a woman steps out, tall, polished, HOA polo shirt tucked in her khakis like it was her superhero cape. 9:50 a.m., she glances left, then right. Strolls across my lawn. 9:51 a.m., she picks up the package and disappears back in her house like she's done it 100 times before. That woman? That was Diane Mercer, president of the Evergreen Hollow Homeowners Association, self-appointed guardian of all things beige and regulation approved. I'd met her once. She'd shown up on my doorstep with a forced smile and a welcome basket full of fruit and citations. My trash bins were visible, the rose bushes too tall, and the moving truck had dared to block the sidewalk for 15 minutes. Back then, she'd lingered too long, eyes scanning my home like she was sizing me up. "And what line of work are you in, Mr. Chun?" she'd asked, tone syrupy but sharp. I hadn't answered. Now I was staring at a woman who had just walked on a private property and stolen a federal package like she was checking for weeds. I took a breath and called my sergeant at the new precinct. "Hey, Sarge, we've got a situation," I said. "My badge, my new one, it's been stolen. I got video. It's my neighbor." Silence, then tension. "Sit tight, Tien. I'm alerting internal affairs." Within the hour, 2 unmarked cars rolled down my street. Rodriguez and Kim from IA. No nonsense. I showed them the footage, they asked a few sharp questions, and by the time they left, they had a warrant request in motion. "Don't say anything to her," Rodriguez warned. "We'll handle it." So the next morning, I did what any newly arrived neighbor would do. I watered my roses. Diane saw me, cross the street, clipboard in hand like she was holding a sword. "Mr. Chain," she said, mispronouncing it deliberately, "we've received concerns about your household. Packages arriving at odd hours. Visitors." I smiled calmly. "Just settling in, Diane. Starting a new job soon." She scribbled something down and narrowed her eyes. "We can't afford disruptions to property value. I'll be watching." She strutted back across the street, blissfully unaware of the 2 agents parked just down the block, sipping gas station coffee and waiting for a knock warrant to come through. 24 hours later, the show began. A black Suburban rolled up Diane's driveway. 2 agents in suits, 2 uniformed officers. One of them knocked, calm and professional. Diane opened the door in that same HOA polo shirt, still riding high on her fake sense of order. "Ms. Mercer," one of the agents said, loud enough for the entire street to hear, "I'm Agent Rodriguez with Internal Affairs. We have a warrant to search your home for stolen federal property." She blinked, confused. "Excuse me? I'm the HOA president. I was protecting the community." But they were already inside. 10 minutes later, Kim emerged with an evidence bag. Inside it, my uniform, my badge, my credentials. Found in her hallway closet. Rodriguez stepped forward, voice even. "Diane Mercer, you are under arrest for federal mail theft, possession of stolen law enforcement credentials, and theft of government property." Her face went pale. "This is entrapment." He set me up. He's not even a real cop. I was going to report it. Just then, a voice from 2 doors down called out. Was that before or after my daughter's birthday gift disappeared, Diane? It was Mrs. Jensen. Then another. And my husband's meds? And our baby monitor? The neighbors were pouring out of their homes like they'd been waiting for this moment. By the time they loaded Diane into the back of the cruiser, the whole block was watching. Phones out. Smirks shared. A few slow claps. That's when it hit me. This wasn't just about my badge. This had been going on long before I moved in. Over the next few days, the floodgates opened. People talked. Stories surfaced. Missing packages, bogus HOA fines, fake reports, intimidation. Diane hadn't just been overstepping. She'd been operating like a small-town tyrant, and nobody had dared challenge her. Until now. 2 weeks later, the HOA held a special session. Diane showed up, demanded to chair the meeting, then fainted when they told her she'd been voted out unanimously. They had to call an ambulance. Paramedics said it was shock. But the community? It changed overnight. Holiday lights went up without warning letters. Kids played street hockey without glares from behind blinds. Someone even put a flamingo in their front yard just for fun, and nobody said a word. 6 months later, Diane stood trial. I didn't attend, but I saw the news clip. The judge didn't buy her community protector defense. She was convicted on all counts: mail theft, identity misuse, possession of stolen federal materials. 5 years probation. $100 fine. 300 hours of community service. I watched that clip twice. The camera caught her expression as the sentence came down. Lips pressed tight, hair frizzing under courtroom lights, eyes wide in disbelief. The queen of the cul-de-sac, dethroned by her own arrogance. Now, I walk the dog every morning, talk to my neighbors, laugh with kids on bikes who zip down the street without fear of a citation. And sometimes when I pass by Diane's house, shutters drawn, blinds pulled tight, I wonder if she ever really understood what went wrong. Was it about power? About control? Or did she just think she was above the law because no one had ever told her otherwise? Well, now she knows. And if you're watching this and thinking that could never happen in my neighborhood, I'll tell you this: it starts small. A snide comment, a passive-aggressive letter, a rule twisted just enough to favor control over community. And then one day, someone's taking your mail and pretending it's for your own good. So tell me, where do you draw the line? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Have you ever dealt with an HOA gone too far? Would you have handled it the way I did, or taken a different route? Let's talk about it. Because neighborhoods should be about neighbors, not tyrants in khakis.